Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Casada and my topic is going to be about comparing an average workday by occupation. I wanted to know more about how many hours each occupation works per day. An annual study called the American Time Use Survey conducts and tracks how many hours an average person works a day. And through the American Time Use Survey, that's where I got most of all my data from. The visualization tool I used was Infogram. I created an interactive line graph that shows each of the workers' hours who are working at any given day. So you can see that here in my graph. With the different type of jobs, we get to see the average workdays different from one another. The common workday remains slightly strong. The majority of occupations have a standard 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. My example is a court judge. As you can see, let me block these out so you can see. My white line is the average workday. They typically work about 8 hours. And a court judge is the one that typically has those hours, just 9 to 5, which is an 8-hour shift since they work. That's pretty much their workday. However, everyone's day varies at least a little bit from everybody else's. And if you compare across the different type of jobs, you start seeing varying schedules. Some people work from home, others are on the road, on the road, tend to go to work earlier than others, or they work overnight. Most people in the U.S. work in shifts. For example, some jobs in maintenance, as a janitor, they will work some hours in the morning, and then they will come back later in the afternoon to finish the hours. So depending on the day and tasks they have to do, their hours can vary. Also, in the healthcare field, a registered nurse working shifts are 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., and 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Their average work week is about 40 to 60 hours. They can get this done in about 3 working days. That's if they work 12 to 18-hour shifts. And also you can see here the registered nurse, can go up to 12, 18 hours depending on the day. And also for a surgeon, their hours vary depending on how many surgical procedures they need to do on a certain day. Also, according to the American Time Use Survey, 45% of IT programmers say they complete work outside of office hours. Sales and IT professionals are most likely to answer emails outside of business hours, only because they don't have much time to do that during their normal shifts. So you can see here, a computer programmer and a retail associate, their hours slightly differ. Usually for a retail associate, their most working hours are on the weekends because that's when they're most busiest. And then you can just compare also other occupations' work hours to everybody else's. And now going back to my presentation. After all the data that I gathered in reading to each occupation, not everyone has the luxury of working a standard 8-hour shift Monday through Friday. Each occupation varies in tasks and responsibilities. Some occupations have more responsibility than others. 3 in 5 workers believe the 9 to 5 workday is a thing from the past, which is true because we live in a 24/7, 365 world that most businesses nowadays don't close at 5 o'clock and have no weekend hours. These businesses will have workers working after hours to be able to assist at any given time. And these are my references, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you.